Hello, everyone. We are back. I had to take an extra. I said I'd be back around 5:30 ish, and I couldn't because I turned on my PlayStation and I tried to play. PlayStation immediately said, "I'm overheating." Turns out it was 90 something degrees outside, even though it was like 80 degrees in my room. Indirect sunlight heats up the PlayStation very fast. So, yeah. So, I decided to come back as soon as I could. So here we are. If you're wondering why you're not seeing anything on screen, it's because I'm in queue right now. So once we get out of queue, we will begin our adventure from where we left off. So until then, I still don't know how to put on things like that for this side, but I wish I could put on a uh, uh, background so y'all could at least look at something else besides the blah 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 blue screen of death. Uh, so until then, I'll be right back. And we're finally in. We are back. So let's get this party started. Wooklamatt wins again. Looks like everyone's here now. So, greetings, friend. Are you Garo? No, I'm not. The High Luminary did, however, task me with providing a lesson on virtues to those who came in search of him. Oh, so we were meant to find our way here after all. Are you to tell us who is buried here? No one is buried here, in the sense you mean. When a body has served its purpose, we consigned it to the flames, then scattered the ashes across the peaks. Moreover, we do not conceive of death, as others do. For us, a person does not die when their heart ceases to beat, but only when they are no longer born in the heart of all who knew them. This is why we build our spectators before age or mishap claims us, that we might etch ourselves into the living chronicle for all of eternity. This grave belongs to a good friend. His mortal vessel ended its journey some years ago, but he lives within me even now. Part of me wants the song "He Lives in You" to be playing right now. I don't know why. Up there stands my own. As long as it exists, so too will I. I will endure in the hearts of those who read my grave glyphs, in the same manner my friend does in mine. Has it always been thus for your people? This conception of existence and death? Continue along. Oh crap, I accidentally clicked. Didn't mean to. That's what we'll do. Your traditions are fascinating, and I'd love to know more. I thank you for allowing me to share them, for in doing so will I remain in your hearts also. Now go now to the ill passage. In its murals is the history of my people laid bare. It's very hard. If it's a very hard cheese, you can cut the mold off and probably be fine. But if you have any doubts, throw it out. Just throw it out. If cheese is mold, though. It is, but the mold part of cheese manufacturing and the mold growing on it in your fridge are different kinds of mold. God, I love when the free company just talks about random things like that. Oh, we're halfway there. Oh, we're gonna be probably dying in a chair. Hello, a fellow. Hello, a fellow we met at proof suggests that we come here. Yes, the High Luminary commanded that I watch for your arrival. As the chronicler of our people, it has been my family's duty to pass on the teaching of the murals from generation to generation. They really are magnificent, and together they all tell the tale of your people's history. They are the events in which shaped us. I will share them with you ere you continue on your way. Please, I would love to hear all about it. Then I will begin. This first mural depicts a time more than 1100 years ago, an age of great prosperity for Yoharu. Blessed with size and strength, unmatched by other people, our ancestors marched forth and brought much of Yoktaral under their dominion. Then, when all before them had been conquered, they turned their gaze northwards, seeking to expand their territory and power. Here we see the expedition of Zoktaral. Unable to cross the strait by ship, our forefathers set to building a bridge to the northern lands, a grand labor which consumed the greater part of a century. So, the boundless. We still make use of that bridge in Turiel for travel. I can't imagine the practice, the patience and dedication it took to complete a work of that scale. But I've never heard of any Yok Hava living in Zaktaral. What happened to the ones who went north? Look upon this next mural and behold the answer. The scene suggests that many giants perished all at once. What manner of enemy could have repelled their invasion? A foe unnamed and unseen. When the expedition pushed forth into Zaktaral those 1,000 years ago, its soldiers were felled by disease. Some terrible illness? No plague or newly arisen, for the local Tonawatu and Sital. It was but a mild affliction of the sort that comes with the turning of the seasons. What manifested for them as slight fevers and coughs, however, proved deadly to our people. Out of every 10 Yokaru who joined that northern campaign, 9 succumbed to the infection. Those who survived continued to suffer, finding it difficult to sire offspring. I've heard of this before. Lacking in inherent resistances, visitors to distant lands can fall deathly ill to a disease a local might shrug off. These events might have given rise to the practice of cremation rather than the burial of mortal remains. This final mural depicts the return of our grieving brethren to Okapacha. The reason they first left, why they had fought so long, pushed so far, was to ensure peace for our homeland. This undertaking began in ancient times, when our forebears learned they shared the continent with peoples unlike to us in appearance or custom. They feared invasion was inevitable. Rather than meekly await their fate, they decided to strike the first blow. Yet as they fought on and on, the old idea of peace drifted further and further away. Only after the disaster in DAWNTRAIL and the withdrawal to the mountains did they come to understand. The peace we envisioned had been ours for the taking all along. It was here, in the place which birthed us, which is here in the stones upon which we record our days. Here, in this tranquil life, we had trade for conquest and conflict. When you do nothing but fight, it can blind you to what's right before your eyes. And so, we return to the present. I trust you found this brief history of ours people enlightening. I'm always glad to learn more about my fellow Terali. How you lived until now, and how you wish to live from now on. Then I believe you are ready to proceed. The High Luminary bids you meet him upon the summit of Zamor. I had a feeling we'd end up scaling that big old mountain. Well, it's a feat worthy of the name. Follow the trail south of here to begin your exit. But be wary. Beyond the entry, the mountainside is home to ferocious beasts, both mundane and otherwise. Well, keep that in mind. Thank you for the warning and the lesson. Finally, we know where we're going. To the top of Zamor. We're gonna go all the way probably till like at least 5, until I feel like I can't stay awake any longer. So hope we're in it. Hope y'all ready for the long term. If I'd known we'd be climbing some more, I might have not raced up and down all those trails. My feet are killing me. This thin air is going to be the death of me. How long have you been standing there? I was just taking in the scenery is all. Come on. We don't want to fall too far behind Alphino and the others. Save my breath. Whee! This is when they question, why do you have that here? I'm like, why not? I can literally fly us all the way. I can literally ride us all the way up. Or at least 4 of us. When you want to know if you're going the right way, just look for the giant crowd. It will always point you in the right direction. You remember how the chronicler said that the more they fought, the further away they moved from their idea of peace? It occurred to me that if Zorojah is attempting to feed a proof, then he will have her that same lesson. I can only hope that it's made him reconsider his own stance on educating people through war. I hope we come across Baluk Jaja on our way to the summit. We still owe him for the troubles he caused us in Kazuma or Ka. The true size of a mountain is never more apparent than when you're standing right at its foot. I cast a rejuvenation spell on Wukamat. Even our indomitable third is feeling the strain of these slopes. I fear I won't be much of use as your guide past this point. Even in Toria law, there is precious little written about the sacred peak of Walker's Asmon. Beyond whimsical poetry, that is. Hey, whimsical poetry or not, we're doing this.
Gods, that is one tall mountain. And we're supposed to climb it?
A wise man once said this: the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. So let's take that first step up that mountain.
Farther, Gomar, Tuliorlu, Korogar.
He's speaking the old Yokhui tongue. The words are difficult to catch.
No, I caught them all.
Though your words are crude and cumbersome, I use them for your benefit. You are a claimant in this right of succession.
That's right.
Then, if you die, Tuliola loses a potential ruler.
That's a dark thing to say, friend. I get the feeling you don't share the opinions of the other Yokhui we've met.
Yokhui we met. Yokhui.
We do not grovel before Gulul Jaja like those shameless lapdogs. My brethren and I are conquerors, and we will restore our people to their rightful place as Tural's overlords.
The Giants have their own factions too, it seems.
You think your kin weak for showing deference to my father, but they do not follow the man. It is his peace they respect, a peace they always wanted, which they realize could be had right here.
Justifications of the craven. They turn their gaze from our ancestors, from the dream we kept alive for 1,000 years and more. They are unworthy of bearing our legacy. I will reclaim the glory of our people.
people.
And our ascension begins with the death of the third promise.
Stop! I don't want to fight you.
I don't think they're going to give us a choice.
Die on your knees. Opportunistic vermin seek to feast on us, do you? Get down here. Your neck will be the first I snap this day.
He's dead.
That's right.
Why do you help us?
I didn't put much thought into it. My legs were moving before I knew what was happening.
Like a true hero. Her legs moved before she even thought of it. That's a true hero right there. And that's why Wokomot deserves the title. I don't care what anyone else says. She puts her people first. Even when one was threatening her life, she was like, hold up, wait a minute, we can talk this out. See, Naruto no talk no jutsu. She's using the talk no jutsu. And she's doing it justice.
I suppose I feared you'd die before we had the chance to get to know each other. Before I could learn more about you.
This is why she's so good.
What end?
Why'd you gotta be an end? Why if I just want to learn about you?
Oh, that's simple. If we're to share the land, it's the best way for us to become friends.
Thank you.
How is he?
Soaking up, probably.
He'll live. Not quite ready to walk under his own strength, however.
I mean, he took a wind blast to the face.
If you could stay and tend to him, the rest of us will continue on to Wokozormor.
Understood. Be careful up there.
Are we getting our second dungeon?
This changes nothing. We will not forsake our conquest.
As you like. You want to kill me, you're welcome to try. But right now, you might want to worry about your comrade.
On a mountain of that size, there are bound to be creatures even I've never heard of. I'll trust you to lead the way.
All right.
Then we
Whoops, tweeted too soon. Yay, new dungeon.
Let's get to it.
Wait, so you can put...
Let's get to it.
So he can play DPS. What DPS does he play? Now I'm wondering. So he's an all-rounder. I wonder what DPS he plays. And what he... I'm guessing he plays White Mage. Either White Mage or Scholar. He's an all-rounder.
Let's give it our all. Let's give it our all. Let's give it our all.
Okay.
Let's get to it.
So we can only select those for the... Female only dungeon party, let's go!
the healing. I'll handle the healing. Try this! I have you now. Handle the healing. pain. handle the heat.
Kur Furur, Elector of the Dawn Servant. Prepare to be tested. You are worthy to rule. Chronicles of Ed, return the hunger of roiling waters. Chronicles of Ed, recount the fury of erupting beaks. I will take the measure of your resolve. Implacable strength of the mountain, be mine! Of my brethren, your thunder roars! That you should endure my fury. Chronicles of Hell! Recall the cruelty of merciless storms! Very good, claimant. Once more, I name myself Gur-Fulur, High Luminary to my people, and chosen Elector of the Dawn Servant.
You are much bigger than the others in the village.
All Yokhui were once my equal in size, but ever since we were decimated by disease, it is rare to see a child reach our former stature.
You speak of the contagion which afflicted the Shaktural expedition. The one recorded in your murals.
It is a chapter of our history that is entangled with the legend of the Golden City.
I've heard that legend originated with the Yokhui. Is this true?
With the visions our ancestors had, to be precise. Preceding the campaign into Shaktural, many were visited by dreams of glittering splendor. They described a paradise that knew neither war nor famine, where people lived lives of eternal happiness. A single dreamer might have been dismissed, but when dozens, if not hundreds, spoke the same, the luminaries became convinced it was divine revelation.
Then the expedition...
Its purpose was to find the City of Gold. Yes, help was marshaled from all the territories under our control. Lands were scoured on a massive scale.
Ah, little wonder the legend is so similar across Tural. Those involved with the search would have passed the stories down to their children.
Another claimant, I see. I will test your worth, as I have tested those who came before you.
Here and now, I think he means.
Well fought, second promise. For you and your sister's success in performing the feat of proof. You both shall be rewarded.
Three to go.
How glorious it would have been to race thee and thine to the summit. Though mayhap not whilst being hounded by Bakul Jaja and his minions.
Again, that swine shows his disdain for the right.
Strangely, despite his eagerness to antagonize us, he withdrew as soon as we fought back in earnest. I cannot fathom what he was trying to achieve. On a similar note, I'm also curious as to why you chose the peak of Warkor Zormor for the conclusion of this feat. The earlier stages saw us learn the history of the Yokui. Does this location also hold some special meaning for your people?
Yes. It is a place of great significance.
All these monuments. Is this a burial ground?
Every high luminary before me is enshrined in this earth. Alongside them are the heroes who bravely stood their ground when Valigarmanda brought ruin to Urkopacha 8 decades past.
That explains why there are so many.
Zorolja, I should have known you'd arrive here first.
Third promise. How relieved I am to find you in good health.
Zorolja, you bastard! I should end you here and now!
Remember where you are. You will mind your conduct, or you will leave.
Right. Sorry.
I see no reason to delay further. Show me my father's sepulchre.
Papa has a grave?
Upon this monument are inscribed the names of those who sealed away the monstrous Valigarmanda, your fathers included.
Gulul Jaja, Master of Resolve and Reason, Champion of Peace.
Look at this one. Kettenram, Navigator of Uncharted Oceans.
Kettenram? The Laminsan explorer? Does this mean he joined Gulul Jaja on his travels?
Kafkiwa, Seeker of the Unknown. How strange to see your name here.
It was unheard of to build living sepulchres for those who were not Yokui, but their great deed demanded recognition.
Master of Resolve and Reason, Champion of Peace? Papa really did some amazing things.
He carved his path with martial skill.
Yet it was clever thinking which allowed him to trap Valigarmanda within its own ice magics.
Martial skill and clever thinking. I can't compete with Zorolja's mastery of the Head of Resolve's techniques. And when it comes to knowledge, Kona's the one who most takes after the head of reason. Is there anything that I've gotten from Papa? Something I do better than the others? Of course. Papa's love for peace, for his people. That is what he's given me. And I'm fighting to preserve the peaceful Tural he built. What in the hells was that?
You must return to Warlar's Echo immediately. Valigarmanda has broken free.
I presume that was about the unholy sound?
Valigarmanda is free?
We need to get back there, now!
How fortuitous. We have been gifted an opportunity to outpace our rivals.
That was interesting. And if the big brother, the first promise, ain't there to help us, he's just as bad as the coward, thief, and fraud. If you are ready, there are many injured here who need aid. Should you find anyone passed out from their wounds, I ask that you alert them to me. Otherwise, I shall be tending to whoever requires the most urgent healing. We can gather here once we've seen to these people's pain. You, the third promised protector. Everything was bathed in bright red. A searing heat developed my entire body. I couldn't move. Stay with me. We'll have a healer see to you soon. My wounds are nothing serious. There's dryness in my throat, as if all the moisture has left my body. Once we treat the wounded, I'll have everyone meet at the spot where we were talking earlier. Gotcha. Oh, everything burns. The touch of cloth is agony. Yet I will live. Leave me. There are others in more dire need of help. Volgamanda escape is a dire concern. We must need tend to those caught in the conflagration. Many of the villagers sustained burns, but the fire found no purchase in these stone buildings. A small mercy. Uryanji says fire aether pervades the entire village. What happens here? I can give you one guess what happened here, but I have two theories on what happened. Idiot Head 1 and 2 decided, hey, let's free the beastie. Maybe it'll kill the other contestants. That's my theory anyway. I've done all I can for now. The injured you found were awake and alert then. That is well. We've left the injured as comfortably as we could. Many were suffering from the burns to a greater or lesser degree. Did a fire sweep through the village? The details are unclear. Once I healed the giant attacked by the mounted bird, the group leader, Popolo, I believe they called him, bade me depart. It was then I felt the intense weight of ether and returned to find Walor's echo in this state. I rushed over to the first giant I saw. Though delirious with pain, he repeated the same warning. Valgamanda has broken free. Thus did I contact you with all haste. Well, we're going to need more information than that before we can deal with the situation. Yes, we should speak with the temple guard, see what became of the sky-ruined prison. But before we go on, I did want to check the stuff we got. These actually look pretty nice. I might actually keep these. These might actually stay. Okay, this is the samurai. There we go. Oh, okay. Blade looks nice. Teeth also looks nice. And then we have the bow. Oh, it's a bone bow. That's actually pretty cool. I might actually keep that. That actually looks pretty nice. But these weapons look good. Why? Can I... We'll go and discard this. Don't matter. Also, we need to organize our stuff. I'm out. And so defenses. Yes, I'm keeping my inventory pretty clean. Synthesis 52. If they were dyeable, I keep them, but since they're not dyeable, they go the way of the dodo. Okay. I actually like these. Hold up. Hold up. Wait a minute. These are two-tone dye. See, that's how you get me to be like, hold up. I might be running this dungeon a couple of times then. Because that actually looks good. Hold up. We might be getting some new fashion in here soon. I know what I might be doing off stream later. The High Luminary grants you entry and awaits you within.
What happened?
I didn't even see her mouth move.
true. The ice has failed.
Surmurwar, tell them what you told me.
A short while ago, a claimant paid us a visit.
Finally! I'm like, Echo, where the heck were you?
Who enters this hollowed hall? Ah, a claimant.
Oh, and here we have the mighty Valigarmanda.
Valigarmanda.
A terrifying Vitral. With every awakening, it has seared its ruin.
Okay.
What a good little terror. You've stayed napping right up until the day I needed you.
Explain yourself.
It is as they say. Gulul Jaja caused its magic to run rampant, trapping it in a frozen prison of its own creation. Clever. Clever. To unmake it, it would be quite tricky. 2 spells must be cast at the exact same moment. A conflagration intense enough to melt the ice, and awakening flame to rekindle the slumbering Vitral's soul. The only ones capable of such harmonious execution would be the heads of reason and resolve. And the blessed siblings, Bakul Jaja.
The mad siblings.
You mustn't!
But I already have. Rise and rage, little terror.
I might have overdone the fire a bit.
Utter madness. Why have you done this?
For the throne, of course.
You unleash calamity for your own gain? Have you any idea how many may die?
Wreak havoc, Valigarmanda. Live up to your legend.
Okay.
A messenger to Tuli Yolol has been dispatched. The Landsguard will send a contingent, I am sure. But there is no telling when they will arrive.
And leave it to us.
Idiot! This monstrous act is a step too far, even for him.
So, what's the plan?
If we leave the withdrawal to others, it will be a massacre. Some might call it the wiser choice, if I don't want to fall behind the competition. But I could never live with myself. And my supporters deserve a better ruler. So that's that. I will stay and fight Vali Yarmanda. This is an enemy so powerful that even my father failed to slay it. Alone, I don't stand a chance. I understand you've no obligation to aid me outside the right of succession.
Okay, I have good news and I have bad news. My PlayStation is still overheating, so we may get this cutscene, but no Valamanda fight. So I hate to say this, but it looks like I'm going to be streaming tomorrow. Well, anyway, so yeah. Hopefully it's a lot cooler tomorrow.
People, I beg you, join me in this battle.
This is the kind of challenge I live for.
Drawn to the chaos. You're as bad as Papa. Don't worry. The Sky Ruin should prove a big enough challenge for all of us.
Far be it from us to abandon a dear comrade in her time of need.
Dear comrades now, eh? I have to say, it does have a comforting ring to it. Knowing someone has your back makes it easier to do what you have to do.
Darn right it is.
And what will we do?
One committed to winning the contest above all else would race on ahead.
But
if you're resolved to slay Vali Yarmanda, we'll need to find out where the beast went.
That's what we have you for, old friend.
Inform the Pelu of the danger. They may need to flee to lower ground.
yeah, but my PlayStation is running too hot right now, so we'll go finish this quest up, come back later on Monday, and hopefully get further. How much further? I do not know, but we will get further. The tried and true method of comparing signs with other signs of passage is the most reliable, but the most time consuming. The second option, not as reliable as the first, but if we're lucky, it will let us assert the Sky Ruin's whereabouts far more quickly. Though the Tur Valdal of extraordinary nature, Vilgormanda, is still a creature of this world, like you and me. It is thus sustained by corporal energy and possesses a unique ethereal balance, which means this device should come in handy. Are we breaking out the aether goggles again? Huh? A pointer? A filtering hand? Now's not the time to be playing with toys. This is no toy. It's an aether seeker. As the name suggests, gleaners use it to detect the aether of living beings. And you've had that in your pilot this whole time? I can calibrate it to follow a specific aether, except the problem with Vilgormanda, I'm tripping up my words, Vilgormanda, however, is that it can sift freely between the elements of fire, ice, or lightning. We know that in order to awaken Vilgormanda from its icy prison, Baluk Jaja casts spells which quicken its fire aspect aether, and the residents here were unfortunately afflicted by burns. Therefore, the logical conclusion is that upon breaking free, Vilgormanda unleashed a great fiery blast. Then the choice is plain, fire. The Seeker, however, is not without its faults. As we were not able to input our quarry's unique aether signature in advance, the device will respond to any living source of fire aspected aether. So we have a reliable yet slow method of information gather versus the potential swift but easily misled gleaner tool. I say, why not pursue both methods at the same time? Good idea. We'll have the first to fall back on if the second fails. You travel with me then, Naruto, in case Seeker leads me to some other fiery fiend. The rest of us can stay behind and talk to eyewitnesses. The more Sky Rune signs we can compare, the more accurate our information will be. If no one has any other objections, I shall remain here in the village and tend to the yo. Very few are seriously injured, but I am wary of wounds inflicted by a creature like Vilgormanda. I should like to be close at hand should their condition suddenly worsen. Right, it sounds like we all have work to do. We should be on our way as well. Alright. We're going to have to cut this one short because my PlayStation's overheating. I did want to at least try to come back. So tomorrow we'll go pick up where we left off. And instead of being when I usually stream at 1 o'clock p.m., I am going to start at 8 o'clock, maybe 7:30 if I could get some of my stuff done early enough. So if you watch this and see this, 7:30, 8 o'clock time I will be starting tomorrow. I bid you all farewell. Good night. Goodbye. See you later.